Welcome to the Sewer Wealth Podcast, where we bring you the timeless wisdom of the world's greatest business and wealth-building books. In each episode, we break down proven strategies from legendary minds, so you can apply them to your own journey toward financial freedom and success. So, get ready to unlock the secrets of success, one book at a time.
Okay, so we're back for more, ready to dive deeper.
Always ready for a deep dive, especially into this book.
Yeah, last time we really got into As a Man Thinketh, right?
Yeah.
All about how our thoughts shape, well, our achievements.
Powerful stuff. James Allen, he really nailed it with that concept.
He did. And if you're still with us, still thinking about those ideas, well, get ready for round 2.
Because this time, we're using that same book, same powerful ideas, but we're focusing on something specific.
Building wealth. That's the lens we're using today.
Yeah.
How do these principles, these thoughts, play into, financial success?
It's fascinating, really, because the section we're looking at today, visions and ideals, well, it's like the foundation for this whole conversation.
It is. It really sets the stage. I mean, right off the bat, Allen hits us with this quote: "The dreamers are the saviors of the world. As the visible world is sustained by the invisible, so men, through all their trials and sins and sordid vocations, are nourished by the beautiful visions of their solitary dreamers."
Wow. Right. It makes you stop and think about those sparks of imagination, those dreams we hold inside.
Exactly. I mean, think about it. Every invention, every creation, it all started as a dream in someone's mind.
Alan's saying humanity is basically living in the world built by those dreams.
And then to really drive that point home, he gives us those powerful examples: the composer, the sculptor, the painter, the poet, the prophet, even the sage.
Makers of the afterworld, he calls them, architects of heaven.
Love that. It shifts your whole perspective. It's not just art, it's not just thought. These dreamers, they're shaping our reality.
The world's beauty, the things we admire and find inspiring, it's all a reflection of their ideals, their dreams made real.
And you see that connection, that link between having a powerful vision and actually seeing it manifest in the examples Allen uses.
Oh, absolutely. He brings up some heavy hitters, right? Columbus, convinced there was another world out there, and bam, he discovers it.
Copernicus, envisioning a universe far vaster than anyone imagined before him. And what happens? It becomes our reality.
Even Buddha, with his vision of a spiritual world, pure and peaceful, he achieved it. He lived it.
It's like these visions, these deep inner beliefs, they have this pull. They shape not just the individual's life, but the world around them.
Exactly. So when we're talking about building wealth, building anything really, it's natural to wonder, does a strong vision work the same way? Can it shape our financial reality too?
That's the big question. And it's important to note, these figures, these dreamers, it wasn't just wishful thinking for them.
No, not at all. It was this burning desire, a deeply held ideal that fueled years, decades even, of dedicated work.
And Allen brings it right back to us, to each listener. He says, cherish your own visions, your ideals, that spark inside you, that beauty you imagine, the pure thoughts you hold. Hold on to those.
He suggests that if you stay true to those visions, your whole life, your environment even, will start to reflect them.
Powerful stuff, right? This idea that what we focus on internally can shape our external reality, even in something as tangible as wealth.
And then he throws out this principle. To desire is to obtain, to aspire is to achieve. Sounds simple, right?
Almost deceptively simple. But he adds this layer, this question: do our basest desires always get fulfilled, while our purest aspirations remain unfulfilled?
He's getting at something deeper here. The law, as he calls it, is ask and receive. So it's not just about wanting something, it's about the quality of that desire.
Exactly. So maybe the key to building wealth isn't just wanting more money, it's about our level of aspiration. Are we driven by greed, by a basic craving? Or is it a higher aspiration?
That desire for freedom, for opportunity, for the good that wealth can bring.
That's a huge difference. And then this next quote, it just explodes with potential. Dream lofty dreams, and as you dream, so shall you become. Your vision is the promise of what you shall one day be. Your ideal is the prophecy of what you shall at last unveil.
Our dreams, our ideals, they're not just fleeting fantasies, they're like blueprints for our future selves.
Yeah.
He's saying our future is shaped by what we imagine, by what we hold in our minds.
He uses this analogy that really hits home. The greatest achievement was at first, and for a time, a dream. The oak sleeps in the acorn, the bird waits in the egg, and in the highest vision of the soul, a waking angel stirs. Dreams are the seedlings of realities.
Beautiful, isn't it? Think about any successful business, any major financial accomplishment. It all started as a dream, a vision someone nurtured and brought to life.
And Alan, he gets really real with us. He speaks to where we are right now. He says, "Your circumstances may be uncongenial, but they shall not long remain so, if you but perceive an ideal and strive to reach it. You cannot travel within and stand still without."
He's acknowledging that maybe you're not where you want to be financially, but he's offering hope. If you can cultivate that vision internally, a vision of abundance, how can your external reality not eventually align with that?
It's about inner transformation driving outer change. If you truly believe in that financial vision, that successful business, or that financial freedom, you'll naturally start to make different choices.
You'll invest in yourself, you'll seek opportunities, you'll push through obstacles. That inner drive, it becomes the engine for external progress.
You can't hold a powerful image of financial freedom in your mind and keep doing the same things that kept you stuck.
And to illustrate this, he gives us a really detailed example. It's about this young person living in poverty, but they dream of something more. They dream of intelligence, of refinement, of a life with more freedom.
This person, they mentally create this ideal scenario for themselves. And what's fascinating is how Alan describes that internal work leading to real, tangible changes in their life.
That dissatisfaction, it fuels a burning desire for something better. They use their spare time to learn and grow. Their mindset shifts so much that the old reality becomes unbearable. It has to change.
And the outcome, it's significant. This person becomes a master in their field. They have influence, responsibility. They've fully realized that youthful vision.
And it wasn't just luck. It was the direct result of that initial dream, that clear vision, and the dedication that followed.
So when we think about our own financial goals, how clearly are we defining that ideal? Are our actions, our daily choices in alignment with that vision?
It's about realizing that the potential for massive changes within us. This person, their success wasn't an accident. It was about commitment to that ideal and the transformation it brought.
And then Alan, he speaks directly to the listener. He says, "And you too, youthful reader, will realize the vision, not the idle wish of your heart, be it base or beautiful, or a mixture of both, for you will always gravitate toward that which you, secretly, most love. Into your hands will be placed the exact results of your own thoughts. You will receive that which you earn, no more, no less."
It's a powerful challenge, a call to take responsibility for our thoughts and how they impact our lives, our finances included.
He's saying those dominant thoughts, those deep desires, they act like a magnet. If you secretly believe in abundance, you'll move towards it. If you're focused on scarcity or fear, they'll manifest too.
It's a stark reminder that we have the power to shape our financial destiny. It's in our hands.
And he continues, "Whatever your present environment may be, you will fall, remain, or rise with your thoughts, your vision, your ideal. You will become as small as your controlling desire, as great as your dominant aspiration."
It's about the quality of our focus. Are we dwelling on what we lack, or are we actively picturing abundance and opportunity? Our thoughts set the boundaries of what we believe is possible financially.
He includes this quote from Stanton Kirkham Davis, and it really paints this vivid picture. The accountant suddenly speaking to a huge audience, the shepherd becoming a master.
It's this idea that what looks like overnight success to others is actually the result of years of inner work, of preparation, that lucky break someone got. Maybe they've been honing their skills and vision for years.
Exactly. It highlights the difference between what people see and the unseen work that leads to those results. To the outside world, it looks like a sudden jump, a stroke of luck.
But for the individual, it's the culmination of effort, of focused thought, unwavering belief in their potential. Especially relevant when talking about wealth, right? Years of saving, investing, learning, and suddenly you see this massive growth.
And that leads to Alan's point about how people, the thoughtless, the ignorant, and the indolent, they attribute success to luck or chance. They see someone become wealthy and it's, oh, they were just lucky.
They completely miss the years of work, the risks taken, the lessons learned from failures, the sheer determination behind that wealth. They see the end result, the financial freedom, the thriving business, but not the journey it took to get there.
All they see is the light and joy, not the darkness and heartaches, the pleasant goal, but not the long and arduous journey that led to it. And that's a dangerous perspective, because attributing someone else's success to luck can be a way to avoid our own responsibility, our own effort.
It's a cop-out.
Exactly. And Alan drives this point home, stating, in all human affairs, there are efforts and there are results. And the strength of the effort is the measure of the result. Chance is not.
It's a fundamental truth. Material wealth, intellectual achievement, spiritual growth, it all comes from focused effort, from thoughts translated into action.
He's taking away the randomness, the element of chance.
Yeah.
Our financial outcomes, they're a direct reflection of our effort, our discipline, our continuous learning. It's empowering because it puts us in control.
Absolutely. No more excuses.
And he ends this section with a thought that brings everything together. He says, the vision that you glorify in your mind, the ideal that you enthrone in your heart, this you will build your life by, this you will become.
Powerful, right? It's the power of our vision, the importance of those deeply held ideals, and how they have this transformative impact on our entire reality, including our financial well-being.
We're the architects of our own lives, and our visions, our ideals, they're the blueprints. By focusing on those expansive, empowering visions, especially about our financial goals, we shape the future we want.
We create it.
Well, that brings us to the end of this deep dive into the visions and ideals section of James Allen's As a Man Thinketh. It's been quite a journey, exploring how our inner world can shape our external reality.
And remember, this is all building on our previous exploration of the thought factor in achievement. So if you haven't listened to that one yet, definitely go back and check it out.
And we're not done with As a Man Thinketh yet. Our next deep dive will be the final part in this series. We'll be looking at the principle of serenity.
Looking forward to it.
Me too.
Right.
So make sure to join us for that one. And in the meantime, keep those dreams alive, keep those visions strong, and watch out for our next featured book. See you next time.